Kia ora, Wellington. We thought we'd take the show out of the studio and into some of the beautiful places around our wonderful city. But we've been on an incredible environmental restoration journey over the past 30 years. And I wanted to take you to the jewel in the crown, the place that Time magazine ranks as one of the top 100 places on the planet to visit, Zealandia. With me I've got Zealandia Chief Executive Paul Atkins. Paul, good to see you.
Lovely to see you, Andy.
Yeah.
You're most welcome, as always.
Yeah. So tell me, what's it been like during the lockdown situation for Zealandia?
Well, like for everybody, it was an extraordinary period, but we had most of our staff working from home and producing some fantastic stuff. We did a Google Earth fly-through of Zealandia, so you can now do that in the virtual realm if you want to. Mm-hmm. We produced some extraordinary online material for schools and for education work, all available on our website now. But of course, we also had a team of people coming into the sanctuary every day to make sure that animal welfare was maintained, and also the biosecurity, which is a critical part of our place. So fence checking occurred every day.
I saw some of the team out there doing the fence
absolutely,
checking.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So a bit of both.
Yeah, no, fantastic. And for those people who are watching from, say, Auckland or even from overseas, can you tell us a little bit more about the history of Zealandia, how it's come to be?
Absolutely. Well, I think Zealandia is an extraordinary example of how it is possible to transform a city in terms of the native wildlife that is in that city, and also possibly even more extraordinary of how it's possible to transform the way people feel about that, the people who live in that city, how they feel about it, how they engage with it, how they value it. So the story is really that we've got a 225 hectare piece of regenerating native lowland coastal forest here, and by protecting it from exotic mammalian predators, so basically all the animals we brought into New Zealand that have caused so much trouble to our native wildlife, by protecting it from that with the fence that we've got here, we've been able to create an extraordinary abundance of native wildlife, flora and fauna, animals and plants. And we've got some extremely rare ones here, so it's possible to see takahe, for example, of which there are only about 400-ish in the whole world. And so this is, it's partly that we have these animals and plants here, but it's partly that they're the abundance of them. And so when you come here, you just get that amazing soundscape that goes with bird life in particular. Yeah,
I was coming up Aro Valley the other day and saw, I think, about 50 kaka just wheeling around above. It's just an amazing sight. So you won't get that anywhere else.
Absolutely, you won't.
Yeah. And so when you come inside the valley, what are the sort of things that visitors are likely to see?
Well, I think the first thing you notice is birds, because actually New Zealand pre-human was the land of birds. And I think what you notice is bird sound. And for many New Zealand birds, actually just when you come into the valley, just walking slowly or even stopping a lot and listening, because a lot of, you'll probably hear them before you see them. Yeah. And but you'll notice birds. But beyond that, we've got an amazing array of plant life that has been reintroduced. Some quite rare plants that have come back. The tree daisy that we brought back a year or so ago. These are rare plants, and also things like our reptiles, tuatara, for example, and geckos and skinks. So all of these things are available depending on what time of year you come in.
Yeah, yeah. And Paul, one of the it's not just about the birds, but we're also standing next to the lake, and so there's plans for the lake. I know they've been sort of waylaid by COVID for this year, but can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so the lake is a beautiful part of what we have here in Zealandia, but actually as an ecosystem, it's entirely unbalanced and unhealthy. It has an absolute preponderance of tiny little perch. So these are introduced fish that are predatory fish, and they've really messed up the ecological balance of the lake, so we get algal blooms, and it's a very unhealthy place for native wildlife to live. So the plans are to remove the perch. Now we were going to do that in the last couple of months, but obviously haven't been able to. And because it's seasonally affected, we need to wait now till about the same time next year. But at around about this time in 2021, we will be going on with that project to remove the perch, which is part of a project of restoring our entire wetland area from here, you can see behind me, right the way up to the upper dam. So that whole wetland area, so that it becomes a thriving ecosystem for native species in the valley.
And you've done some pretty special things around. You've had the Navy in to sort of map the amount of water volume, and then you'll be reducing the water volume before doing the eradication.
Absolutely, as with pretty much everything we've ever done, it's a community effort, a community of people, a partnership of people. And in the case of the lake, we had the Navy, and the New Zealand Navy came in with some very flash kit to actually do a topographical mapping below the surface, which enables us to understand where the nooks and crannies are, which was fantastic. We've had Waikato University, come down, and as with all of these things, it's a big partnership with multiple organisations and people involved, and we are deeply grateful for the fact that we have these extraordinary partners.
So look, Zealandia is a world-leading project, and it's free for people to visit until the end of June.
Yes, so we're making it accessible to anybody who wants to come in. You can come in on a general admission for free right up till the 30th of June, and we've been welcoming lots. I mean, it's been lovely to see so many people, particularly people bringing in their kids, young families coming in and just really enjoying this. Well, I'm biased, but I think it's a very special place.
Yeah. And Rata Cafe will be open.
Absolutely, Rata Cafe is open, so come in, enjoy a walk, come and buy coffee, come and buy lunch. The gift shop is open, so come and enjoy it.
Pretty busy the other day when I saw it, so it's
I
great.
just think come and enjoy it.
Yeah. Paul, it's been great to see you as always. Thank you very much for your time.
You are always welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Look, thanks, Paul, and here's the website address for Zealandia. It's been a really busy week for your council as well. This week we started hearing submissions on our annual plan, and the council also unanimously signed off on safer speed limits for our central city. That will make our central city a safer, more people-friendly space, a place that people can be and meet each other. It's great to be at COVID level 1. We're seeing more and more people coming back into the city, a sense of vibrancy, more offices being filled up, and that supports our retail and hospitality sectors, cafes and restaurants. We're also looking forward to ramping up events across Wellington. That draws people back into our central city. And we're also looking at tourism promotion to bring people from around our country to their capital. This weekend, if you're looking for anything to do and shop local, how about going down to the Harbourside Market? More information about what's open is on our website. And while you're there, you can think about nominating a deserving person for Wellingtonian of the Year. That's it from me this week. Have a great weekend. Go the Hurricanes, and we'll look forward to seeing you at Sky Stadium next week.